Welcome to Flyers TV. Although we lost here tonight against Sheffield by 2-1, we outshot them and the guys put out a tremendous performance and possibly turned in one of the best team performances of the season. I have alongside me tonight Garrett, Zemlak, who is going to put paid to all the rumours that he's going to sun himself in Italy for the rest of the season, and Todd Dutiaume will reflect on the game and the departure of Ian Bowie. Garrett, welcome to Flyers TV tonight. That was quite a game tonight. I think probably one of the best team performances of the season. Would you agree?
Oh, for sure. I mean, guys showed a lot of heart tonight. You know, we've been dealing with a ton of adversity the last week or so, and you know, we could have came out and we could have held our heads low and just went through the motions. But the guys were really calm before the game, and you could tell that we really wanted to, play for the jersey more than themselves and play for each other, because, that's what good teams do. And, we're in a little bit of a transition right now. And I mean, as long as you're playing for the Flyers logo on the front, I mean, that's the most important thing right now. And we really showed, and definitely the crowd showed us their support tonight. And you have no idea how much we appreciate that, especially at the end of the game. So as long as they keep doing that and we keep playing for the logo, things will turn out positive here.
Now you've turned into a bit of a cult hero here in Kirkcaldy. How are you enjoying your stay over here?
I don't know. It's been fun. I mean, the fans have taken a liking to me, I think, from day one. And I come out and I do my job every day, and I'm a really competitive goalie, and I think people have seen that. And I like that kind of turns me into a crowd pleaser. And I'm pretty lucky to be able to play every game for this club, and there's a lot of history behind this club, and if I can leave any kind of a stamp on this club, that makes me a happy person.
Good. Now, down in Nottingham, you faced a game with 75 shots, and you saved 73 of that 75. What was it like coming off the ice that night?
It was good. I honestly didn't even really get a chance to kind of take it all in till I heard about people talking about it, throughout the league, and I got a Player of the Week that week, and when you're a goalie and you get in the zone, either you have a good game where you let in 0 on 25, or that game, for instance, was the 75, but you kind of just get in the zone and you don't really take it all in until a few days later, because you're kind of in the moment. And I really appreciate the fans in Nottingham giving me that standing ovation, and I think that's something that hasn't happened there for a long time, apparently, from what I've heard. And it's my job. Either I get 8 saves or 80 saves. My job is to stop the puck, and it was just one of those nights that things went good. I was seeing the puck well, and getting a little lucky too, and that's about being a good goalie. And if you play your position well, I mean, things will work out.
Yeah. In our first win here against Hull, you were noted for that celebration at the end. That must have been great to get that first one under your belt, and you just let your emotions go. Yeah,
I mean, I'm an emotional goalie. I mean, I play with an edge, and I think that's something that you're seeing a little bit more of from goalies now, like in the higher levels in the NHL, like guys like Tim Thomas and stuff, who are really competitive, and they don't like guys around the crease, and they're aggressive. I think goalies went away from that a little bit throughout the last few years, like with really being solid blockers and stuff. And that's kind of how I've always been. I mean, when it's game day, it's game day. I'm a really focused guy, and you can ask anyone that I've played with, or I'm in the room. I'm kind of in my own world when I'm in the net, and I think the crowd sees that, and that's kind of what makes them like me.
Now, you had your family over here, your mother, and I think your brother was over, is that right?
Yep.
And how have they enjoyed it over here?
Oh, they had a great time. My brother, he had a blast. We went on a little bit of a trip before Christmas, and then my mom showed up on the 23rd, and we had a nice Christmas. We just relaxed, and I think my dad is planning on making a trip in February to kind of see the country. And I've been pretty lucky. It's a cool place, and if anytime you're living abroad from your hometown and Obviously I'm working here, and it's been a great experience.
I don't know if you're aware, there's a Five Flyers tartan, so we're going to have to get you kitted out in a kilt one day. What do you think of that idea?
I don't know. Maybe.
Garrett, I just love the fact you've come to talk to us tonight. I'd like to ask you one more thing before we go. I've been on the forums this afternoon, and to be honest, I'm fed up with the rumour mongers and the so-called fans that seem to take joy in bringing bad news to the place. Now, there was a strong rumour on the forum saying that you were off to Italy on Monday to join a team. Can we just put that to bed now and tell me what the truth is?
Well, that's news to me. I mean, if I haven't heard anything from my agent, I mean, it's obviously not true. Obviously, there's with what's went on with Mike and Matt, there's gonna be rumors stirring. I mean, nothing's in the mix right now for me. I'm still gonna, be in the gym all week and prepare for Cardiff next week, and that's how pro hockey is. And Matt and Sid's are, they really enjoyed it here. Like, people are giving them a hard time, but I mean, they really enjoyed playing for this club. They were really passionate guys and good hockey players, and that's how pro hockey is. You get an opportunity to go somewhere where you can maybe play a little bit of a different role, and they jumped on it, and that's just how it is, and that's what this team is going to have to go through if they're going to be in this elite league. And it's just a little bit of adversity for this club that they'll learn from, hopefully, the staff and the players and the coaches, and we'll move on from it.
Yeah, and of course, you're saying your father's coming over in February. Italy's not as nice as Scotland, so you'll have to stay over here.
I'll show them a good time.
Yeah, Garrett, thanks very much. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Anytime. Thank you.
Todd, thanks for joining me again tonight. Come out of that game, lost 2-1, but I'm not downhearted. I thought it was probably the best team performance of the season.
Well, it's funny you said that, because, I mean, I'm never going to say I'm delighted with a loss, you know what I mean? But I told the guys after the game, like, I was absolutely delighted with their performance. Everybody knows, it was said there by the announcer at the end of the game, we've been going through some tough times and stuff like that. But to respond like that, and to have some players who haven't logged a lot of ice time come out and play like that against a team that could potentially win this league.
Yeah. And to outshoot them.
And to outshoot them. It's a good night. And you know what? I mean, our shots weren't naturally like some of our shots were from the outside, not threatening. I mean, there were some chances to score a goal. Had a breakaway, a couple great shots on net. Jamie Wilson jumps in there, Stephen Gunn. So I think a really good performance by the guys tonight. I
thought, I don't like singling out anybody, as you don't, but the two up front, Dan, Seaman and Hartness seemed to combine very, very well. Some good interplay, but the Brits were superb tonight, weren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Hartmanis was probably, he maybe deferred to a couple imports and stuff like this, and now he's kind of, he's not in the limelight, but we're going to rely on him heavily. So I mean, that's one of the reasons why we signed him, because he's a tireless skater. He's fast. He makes things happen. But you're right to mention the Brits, because I think you take a look at Jamie Wilson, Stephen Gunn, Andy Samuel, Josh Schoon, Steve McAlpine, and our British defenseman. Yeah. Great job tonight. You know what I mean? Like, best performance that they've had in this elite league so far. I'm quite proud that actually happened and people got to see that, because I've been saying it all year, and we haven't seen a lot of it. You know what I mean? But we know what those guys can do, and we talked about it at the start of the season. Now it's starting to happen, and I'm happy for him that the people cheered him off like that, because those guys laid it on the line tonight. You know what I mean? They laid it on the line tonight, and they did well.
The fans were superb again tonight. They are really good fans. Yep. I thought Chris Swans deserved his man of the match. I had actually chosen him myself as my man of the match. If you like, not that I'm very important, but now we've got a break till next week. A big game against Cardiff. Are we likely to have anybody in by that time, what do you think?
Well, I mean, the benefits, last time we announced, we were talking about Maxwell and stuff like that. It took some time. We were going through all the channels, but now there's a thing called, I think it's a short-term work visa or something like that. So it happens pretty quick. Yeah. Now it's just getting to terms with the guy. As soon as we agree to terms, the guy can come in immediately. So my goal or our target is to have 2 players in for next week.
Okay.
We have kind of a short list right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not in, I wouldn't call it advanced talks,
No.
but we have a lot of time. We have 7 days to get a guy in for the game.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be continuously, like right from tonight onwards, we'll be talking about these guys and trying to get them in and trying to get something worked out immediately, you know?
Yeah. I'm going to refer to some of the posts in the forum this afternoon,
Sure.
which completely, I've got to say that I just get sick into them sometimes.
Right.
I spoke to Garrett, and he put to rest the rumour about him. Now, Edinburgh have just announced they've signed Bowie today.
Yep.
Do you want to put the fans straight in what happened there?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and it's there's no big conspiracy theory here, and this isn't like the dressing room weekend. I mean, I wish him the best. He asked for his release here after a string of disciplines from the club. He clearly wasn't happy, and maybe didn't want to play by the rules of the rest of the fellas. And but I will say this about imports or British guys: if a guy doesn't want to be in the club, I want to know immediately, because I'll release him immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we've seen from some performances out there, when a guy wants to be here, like everybody in our dressing room wants to be now, that's the performances you get, you see. If a guy his heart is elsewhere and stuff like this, I can't put a whip to his back and make him play any better. You just don't get the heart and soul, and that actually starts draining a team, you know what I mean? So, personnel choices on I put my hand up and I take full responsibility for all this. I try to make people happy all year, and sometimes you just can't. And if a guy doesn't want to be here, all the best to you.
Yeah.
The Fife Flyers, I said it in the papers last week, there's no player bigger than the Flyers. Could we use a big offensive flair? You better believe it. Every team can.
Yeah.
And we're trying to look for that. But what I said to the guys before tonight's game, and what I said all week, I says, everybody knows we're not the best. We're not the best team in the league. That goes without saying. I mean, that's stating the obvious right there. But I said to him, I go, if you can come out every night and say you're not going to get outworked, people appreciate your performance.
Yeah.
You're going to get a lot better. We gel as a team. I mean, the atmosphere in the dressing room right now is exactly how I want it. Now we add a guy, and we control the dressing room. That's the attitude we want. Now guys have to conform to how that dressing room's acting right now. And, my prediction or my hope is that we come out, you add 2 or 3 guys in the line, like you get Matt Cohen back. We're a good hockey club, what I mean? And
right.
we get that effort every night.
And
hopefully we surprise teams.
with Mark back, I mean, I was talking to Mark off camera earlier tonight, and he was delighted with the performance tonight as well. And he agreed that what we've said, it was a great team performance.
Yeah.
And he's looking forward to coming back.
I know he is.
And Tim settled in, and he plays with a smile on his face.
Great
the
guy.
whole atmosphere in the locker room tonight has been tremendous.
Yep.
Now what we've got to do is forget rumours. We've paid to 2 tonight.
Yep.
We know there's guys coming in.
Yep.
Let's just concentrate on this playoffs, what we're trying to get, because it's still there.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that this league is quite funny, hey? A weekend or two, a really solid weekend or two where you sneak 4 points out of it and stuff like that. You just don't know what's going to happen, and I mean that's our goal, and we're never going to change that goal until if it happens mathematically we can, and we have to put our hand up. But we're going to chase that right to the end, and I have to say, tonight we lost. That was probably the funnest game for me to play in. As the coach of this hockey club in the Elite League, I just think the attitude was there. There was absolutely no negativity on the bench. Guys were fighting for each other and sticking up for each other and going right to the final buzzer. We pull the goalie at the end. We don't give up the empty netter, what we've been doing, because everybody was committed to win that hockey game.
Yeah.
We came up a bit short there at the end, but absolutely delighted with their performance.
There's a lot of teams in this league that won't hold Sheffield to a 2-1, so I think it was a tremendous performance, and well done to you and well done to the guys, and it's nice to see them with a smile on their face, and we've paid to the rumours, as we said. So let's go onwards and upwards.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Todd. Thanks.
Okay, thanks very much.